What's up, guys, and welcome to another week of incredible news, especially for my XRP gang. This coin is set to head straight to the moon in the next few weeks, and in this video, we'll discuss why. Thank you for coming in, and I'll be sure to make it worth your while. With that said, let's roll that intro. Hello and welcome to Moneyside, your favorite crypto channel. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. To all my Moneyside gang, welcome back. Don't forget to smash that like button and comment in the section down below. Now that that's over, let's get down to business. Recently, Ripple shared a tweet showing their goals or the future for the future of the cryptocurrency world. In their tweet, the company stated, "From financial inclusion to blockchain sustainability, we're investing in a better financial future. See how our partnerships with mission-driven fintechs, leading universities, and social entrepreneurs help us create greater economic opportunity for all." With this vision, you can make anyone believe in the future of this cryptocurrency. XRP is working to become the top-notch cryptocurrency worldwide by providing the world with on-demand liquidity and other advantages of using cryptocurrency. The only thing holding this crypto back is the current SEC court case against them. Talked about it a lot. Speaking of the SEC lawsuit, an article I read highlights the case in detail. This article was published on financefeeds.com. Ripple has filed today a motion to compel the SEC to produce pre-clearance trading documents in regard to XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, as well as certifications concerning SEC employees' XRP holdings. This move aims to address the SEC's refusal to produce certain information necessary to complete the defendant's understanding of the SEC's trading policies governing digital assets and whether the SEC permitted its own employees to trade XRP, the letter explained. We met and conferred with the SEC on this issue on July 8th, July 15th, August 18th, and August 25th without progress, the counsel for Ripple and individual defendants continued, reminding that the court granted the motion to compel the SEC to produce its trading policies regarding digital assets in June. The documents produced by the SEC then showed that until January 19, 2018, the SEC had not adopted or imposed any policy restricting SEC employees from trading in digital assets, which is consistent with the SEC not having viewed digital assets as securities, the motion stated. This evidence provides strong corroboration of the defendant's defenses in this case and undermines the SEC's claims, specifically the now acknowledged fact that the SEC itself did not restrict its own employees from selling or buying XRP, notwithstanding its long-standing regulation against its employees engaging in securities transactions without preclearance, indicates that the SEC had not concluded prior to at least January 2018 that sales and offers of XRP were securities transactions. Not only will it undermine the SEC's allegation that Ripple and its individual defendants were reckless about learning the status of XRP as early as 2013, but it will support Ripple's fair notice defense. In addition, the SEC has a prohibited holdings list and a watch list. According to the agency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP were never on the former. XRP entered the latter on April 13, 2018, meaning the SEC employee transactions in XRP after that date were evaluated on a case-by-case basis. Defendants are entitled to know whether the SEC permitted its own employees to sell, buy, and hold XRP as market participants during the very period the SEC now claims that defendants violated the law and acted recklessly by selling XRP. Defendants are entitled to know whether the SEC ever prohibited its employees from trading XRP, and if, as the SEC has orally suggested, that defendants are also entitled to know whether the SEC's approach to allowing employees to trade Ether or Bitcoin changed after William Hinman's speech on June 14, 2018. Another issue that is highly relevant to this litigation, Ripple argued. I've said this time and time again, the SEC doesn't have a solid case against Ripple, but they will likely drag the case for as long as they can. That will affect how the price of XRP moves, because there are many nervous traders in the market. Therefore, the only winners in this game will be the long-term traders who believe in the potential of XRP. Only recently did XRP break through the $1 mark, and it's maintaining this price. It has had several ups and downs, but the truth is that this coin will likely head to $10 and keep soaring higher soon. XRP holders will soon fall into the crypto millionaires category, soon, thanks to this move. The Securities and Exchange Commission has appointed Barbara Roper as Senior Advisor to the Chair with a focus on retail investor protection, including policy, broker-dealing oversight, investment advisor oversight, and examinations. Barbara Roper is the current Director of the Investor Protection for the Consumer Federation of America, the CFA, where she has been working for 35 years as a leading consumer spokesperson on investor protection issues. Her role at the CFA has helped to set the standards that apply to investment professionals investors rely on for advice and recommendations. She has also conducted studies of the financial planning industry, state oversight of investment advisors, and state and federal financial planning regulation. In the past, she played a critical role in raising the alarm for the need for audit reform in the wake of the Enron scandal, the need for mutual fund reform in the wake of trading and sales abuse scandals, the information preferences of mutual fund shareholders, the potential of the Internet to improve disclosure, and securities law weaknesses as a cause of the financial crisis. She is no stranger to the Securities and Exchange Commission, having served on numerous advisory committees at the agency as well as at the Financial Industry Regulation Authority and other entities. Barb is a champion for investors and will provide invaluable counsel on behalf of the American public. I've had the pleasure of working closely with her on the Sarbanes-Oxley Act and the critical market reforms of the Dodd-Frank Act, and I'm thrilled to collaborate with her again at the SEC, said SEC Chair Gary Gensler. I'm excited to join the SEC and Chair Gensler's leadership team. I've dedicated my career to ensuring that our capital markets work for the average investor. With investor protection at the core of the SEC's mission, I'm looking forward to bringing that same focus on the needs of individual investors to my work for the SEC, said Barbara Roper, Senior Advisor to the SEC Chair. The SEC has been criticized for not listening to investors nor protecting their interests when it comes to its aggressive regulation by enforcement tactics. Its most recent controversial enforcement action relates to the complaint filed against Ripple and its individual defendants for an alleged unregistered securities offering. Not only has it been debatable if there was enough fair notice and if XRP can really be considered a security, but the enforcement action in itself has caused severe stress for XRP investors who are unable to buy or sell the digital asset on U.S.-based exchanges for the time being. John Deaton, attorney for the XRP holders, has come forward, stating the SEC is targeting them. The absence of any protections granted or expressed for holders of XRP in the SEC's complaint against Ripple was deliberate. If they wanted to reassure the millions of XRP holders, they would have done so at the beginning. I've said from day one, I am not an expert in crypto nor a securities lawyer, but it doesn't take an expert to see that plenty is very wrong, very corrupt, and very outrageous about the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple. I hope that clarity is on the horizon, but I fear that for the retail holders represented in our case, the fight has just begun. Lack of clarity has become such an elephant in the room that even Mark Cuban addressed the issue earlier this week. The XRP community has been accusing the SEC of corruption for its handling of the digital asset space and Ripple in particular. That view has gained a significant backer last week as a high-profile watchdog has decided to investigate potential conflict of interest. Nothing comes easy, especially in the crypto world. More importantly, since Ripple is trying to join two opposing worlds, this company will likely have one of the most trying times ever. Undoubtedly, that's the only way this coin will succeed to the top. Once this crypto and its parent company are done with the tough love from the government, it will likely moon, and that is something that's about to happen soon. The crypto has been on top of its game ever since its launch date, and that's not about to change soon. XRP will soon show the world that it was meant to rule them all. Let's take a look at the technical analysis to understand the future of this coin better. Yes, I know, in my previous post concerning XRP, I discussed a bull pennant formation forming on XRP. That pennant officially broke down instead of up, which is always possible in any triangle formation. However, now we seem to be forming a bull flag, which is essentially the same end result when it comes to how to measure price targets from it. If we get a breakout upward from the bull flag, expect a price target of at least $2.20 short term. I believe this will continue higher if achieved, and XRP will be surpassing its high on the year of right about $2 even. Another thing to note, we also technically close August 27th with a bullish engulfing candle as well, which will play in favor for a breakout. If we break down instead, expect strong support around the 83 to 84 cent range. Once again, unfortunately, all of this still depends on if Bitcoin dumps. The correlation still exists at the moment, but I bet we see a decoupling for most crypto within a few years. The SEC lawsuit coming to a close will send this thing flying, so it is extremely risky to not be in my opinion. Please keep in mind, we are not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. Tell us what you think in the comment section below. Let's have a conversation. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, and please click on the subscribe button below. Turn on notifications so you get informed when we post our amazing content. Thanks again. We'll see you in the next video.